Now, on this special edition of 4 News Now, investigators working to find out what caused a fire inside a Spokane bank that injured 2 firefighters. We're live with the latest.
I'm tracking some thunderstorms this evening. Plus, I've got a caution for anyone who may have jumped the gun on planting this spring in your first alert forecast.
And Spokane voters could have a say on the future of public safety. We break down what's included in the mayor's $192 million levy that could appear on your ballot this summer. We've been following breaking news all afternoon on a fire on the South Hill. This U.S. Bank branch caught fire burning for hours before crews were able to put it out. 3 firefighters were in the building when the roof collapsed, but we're told they'll be okay. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. That fire started just before noon at the U.S. Bank building at 29th Avenue in Mount Vernon. That's right next door to the KFC and on the same block as the Lincoln Heights Shopping Center. Drivers were being detoured around 29th Avenue. Let's go live now to Hunter Bertram, who's been at the scene all day. Hunter?
Yeah, Kirsten, what you see right now is the skeleton of what used to be a U.S. Bank building. I'm going to take a step away just to show you the total destruction from the fire. It's a total loss. Spokane firefighters tell me they expect the embers to smolder throughout the night, and we'll have a crew posted at all time in case it does reignite. A black plume could be seen for miles this afternoon as this building in the Lincoln Heights Shopping Center was on fire for hours, disrupting this bustling business center.
So I was in the office doing a title transfer when some customers walked in and said it was really smoky outside and there was a fire in the U.S. Bank building across the parking lot.
Shanna works across from this fire at the South Hill licensing office. When she stepped outside, she saw something she's never seen before.
Not like this, not working up here at all. I mean, we have the cop shop right next to us, so it's always pretty safe and sound around here.
What we know now regarding the fire is that firefighters were called to 29th and Mount Vernon around noon. A few crews were dispatched to the scene, which was initially noted as a first alarm fire. Once they arrived and saw the fire had spread, additional units were called in. At one point, the roof of the building then collapsed, and firefighters radioed Mayday.
Thank God today, yeah. We had 3 firefighters inside. Sounds like one got knocked down by the roof. The other 2 guys were able to pull him out to safety, and they're all walking around and doing okay.
One firefighter had been struck by debris from the roof collapse. The 2 others in the building then helped the firefighter get out, resulting in minor injuries. The next steps for Spokane Fire?
Yeah, well, investigation. We want to get to the bottom of how this fire started. Obviously, this building's going to be a loss, and so that's a significant impact, financial impact, and so we want to get to the cause of that.
And as it goes for road closures right now on 29th Avenue, right next to the Lincoln Heights Shopping Center, it's closed from Mount Vernon to Regal. So if you're planning to grab a bite to eat tonight, you're going to have to find a different route to get around in the South Hill neighborhood. Live in Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
And we told you about this fire first on the 4 News Now app. Be sure to download it and turn on notifications to get important stories and updates you need to know sent straight to your phone.
Here is a live look inside of Spokane City Hall, where just within the last few minutes, the Spokane City Council approved a plan to put a new community safety levy on the ballot later this year. Mayor Lisa Brown's initial proposal was to fund public safety operations. Another option is for an amended proposal that would specifically include traffic safety measures. If approved, it would cost property owners an additional $1 per $1,000 in assessed property value.
And in total, it would cost taxpayers $192 million. The city says that money would be spread out across several agencies, including Spokane Fire, Police, and the Parks and Recreation Department, with the goal of improving overall safety. The money would increase foot and bike patrols across the city and parks and relaunch the Neighborhood Resource Officer Program. That's the same program that dealt with chronic nuisances and responds to neighborhood-based assignments, as well as traffic safety projects in every neighborhood. It would also replace 132 police vehicles. To see which department would get the most money, look for this story on KXLY.com.
Well, some city council members shared their concerns with the levy, saying they don't believe families can afford it.
I cannot afford this, okay? I cannot afford this. If I cannot afford this, how am I supposed to put this on a ballot to penalize my constituents, many of whom make a lot less? How do I do that in good conscience and good faith, especially when we have shown absolutely no interest in fiscal responsibility?
And the city council meeting is still going on right now. We'll continue to update you as we learn more.
The city council also voted 6-1 to extend the Salvation Army's contract to keep running the city's largest homeless shelter. That's until the end of May. The Salvation Army's current contract to operate the Trent Resource Center was set to expire tomorrow. Mayor Brown's administration says she wants to move away from the track shelter because it does not offer those experiencing homelessness a way out. But the mayor's office says it wants to keep the shelter open while it transitions to what it calls a scattered shelter system. And this plan would make beds available in different neighborhoods rather than at one large shelter. The city also says it's working on an amendment that would keep the track shelter open while it transitions to that scattered plan. Let's go now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker, who is tracking those thunderstorms in our area.
Yes, I've got my eye on one that is just to the north and east of the Wolf Lodge area along I-90 that has been producing pea-size hail, the potential for up to 40-mile-per-hour gusts. It is weakening somewhat, but we are still seeing some thunderstorm activity there. We'll zoom out a little bit, and we've had some cloud ground lightning up around the Clark Fork area. You can see some blue on the map. We're not only seeing some snow in the mountains, but we have had some graupel and hail. In fact, as we take a look at this image from Sandpoint taken just in the last few minutes, you can see the big puddles from the storms that move through shining in the sun. But if you look off to the side, you can also see where the graupel or hail has been piling up as well, and at one point covered the roads. So it has been a little bit of a wild evening there. Further to the south, we've had some thunderstorm activity around the Endicott area, St. John. That is beginning to ease up a little bit, but you still may run into some gusty winds as well as some graupel. In general, most of the thunderstorm activity has moved to the east of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, with the exception of those isolated storms down on the Palouse. We're going to be clearing out and calming down overnight, and that is going to cause problems with our temperatures, heading down well below freezing in many locations. 25 in Colville, 29 in Winthrop, 31 tomorrow morning in Spokane, and right around the Spokane area. It is going to be a cold Tuesday morning, so take precautions with your tender vegetation, and I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Investigators are searching for 38-year-old Amanda Pacotis from Airway Heights. According to Washington State Patrol, she was last at a friend's house Saturday following an incident with the man you see on your screen, 51-year-old Joseph Parisian. Police believe they might be in a silver 2013 Toyota 4Runner with the license plate displayed right there on your screen, CDM 7749. Anyone with information about where they might be should call 911.
Well, 7-year-old Christopher and 2-year-old Aiden Desilets are the two children who were killed in a house fire just over a week ago in north central Spokane. The boys' parents, Ariel and Robert Desilets, were also killed in the fire. Their deaths ruled an accident, according to the Spokane County Medical Examiner. Marissa Rio met with the boys' grandfather today and has the message he hopes the community can take away from this tragedy.
A whirlwind and a ball of energy is how Aiden's grandpa remembers him. Today, the family would have been celebrating his 3rd birthday, but instead, they're sharing memories from the past.
He was running around like a tornado, and he just settled down and picked up a blanket and cuddled up against me and went to sleep. And my daughter walked in and said, "Hey, what the hey? He don't cuddle." She couldn't cuddle him to sleep, but he's cuddled up against Grandpa.
Inside Lawrence Lund's home, the boys' toys are scattered in the living room, and a painting by Christopher displayed on Grandma and Grandpa's fridge is reminiscent of all the times they shared with them. One of Christopher's drawings that stands in the dining room makes Lawrence particularly proud.
2nd grade, and he did that. Tic-tac-toe, a strategy game, and he spelled it properly. He knew what it was, you know. He was just an absolute whiz and a charmer.
An old photo album from Ariel and Robert's wedding is all that the family has been able to salvage from the fire so far. And as Lawrence flipped through the charred pages, the smell of smoke filled the air, and the photos inside told a story of love, a couple who enjoyed karaoke. And that's what Ariel's family is holding on to. The house fire that killed the Desilets is said to have been started by an extension cord that was used in place of permanent wiring. But Lawrence said, from what firefighters have told him, the accident wasn't his family's fault.
They were all cuddled in the same bed because their furnace was giving them grief, and they died in their sleep peacefully. And the extension cord down the side was not installed by anybody who's probably even alive. You know, it was done 1968.
While Robert's cause of death is still listed as pending, the medical examiner has ruled that the other three died of breathing in too much smoke.
And I'm going to stress it even more. Carbon monoxide detectors are just as important as a smoke detector because the carbon monoxide will get you before the smoke.
The family hopes to hold services for the Desilets this June. In Spokane tonight, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And investigators say an electrical malfunction caused another fire that killed 2 people in Chattaroy over the weekend. It happened on North River Estates Drive near Highway 2. A man was found dead on the scene when crews responded at 3 a.m. Saturday to that house engulfed in flames. A woman who was life-flighted to the hospital in critical condition died yesterday. Neighbors told 4 News Now that a married couple in their 80s called this their home for more than 50 years.
Well, hundreds of thousands of low-income families in Washington and Idaho could soon have to spend more for internet access. We'll explain why and what lawmakers are doing to prevent it coming up.
And major changes are coming to the baseball field at Gary Middle School in North Spokane in our annual Diamonds and Dreams project. The issues the Extreme team hopes to fix next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by McVeigh Brothers.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean, whoa.
At Denver Mattress, comfort comes easy, but peace of mind is a bit tricky. And no, we can't give you a bedside psychoanalyst. Beat it, Sigmund. But you can rest easy knowing every mattress is backed by our 365-night Better Sleep guarantee. And during the Super 7-Day sale, check out the Summit for only $299.99. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus, no interest until January 2029 and free shipping. Comfort, peace of mind, and a great night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump. The smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Well, it is time for another Diamonds and Dreams project. Every May, the 4 News Now Extreme team and hometown Chevy dealers team up to make dreams come true by renovating a local baseball diamond.
And we're proud to announce this year we'll be upgrading Nevada Playfield at Nevada Park. It's located right next to Gary Middle School in North Spokane, near Nevada and East Central Avenue. Mark Peterson shows us some of the major issues with this field he and the Extreme team are planning to fix.
The announcement's been made. Gary Middle School is going to be this year's recipient for Diamonds and Dreams with your hometown Chevy dealers, and of course, all the great help we get from Horizon Credit Union. But I got to tell you, not only was it a bit of a surprise, but the principal had some wonderful words to say about her coach.
I'm tickled for Joe Ferris, because anybody who knows Joe Ferris and his heart and soul is Gary Middle School. And this guy will work in the summer on these fields. The state of the fields is something he just takes personally, as something that he has to do for the fellow coaches, for the kids, for the team. And to have, in our neighborhood, to just have first-class fields coming our way, I'll tell you what, our kids deserve it. We love it.
We're going to perform a few miracles on this field. We've seen 2 kids trip already because you can see the bases are higher than everything else. They've added dirt to this over 17 years. So the bases get higher, but around it doesn't. This is going to become an all-dirt field. So we're going to have that all the way infield and to the outfield. And they're going to be able to play softball and baseball here. Not to mention, Spokane Little League will be able to play Summer League here. So as this park is used more, it's safer, it's better, it's enjoyed by more people. It's going to be pretty cool. So the work starts here in a couple of weeks. We'll continue to keep you up to date. I'm Mark Peterson with the Extreme team at Gary Middle School and Gary Park, right? For 4 News Now.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Can't wait for that project to get underway. Well, here's a look at your Tuesday planner. Temperatures are going to be more than 10 degrees below average, and look at that morning low, 31 degrees. Isolated showers, a possibility in the afternoon, and including the possibility of some mountain thunderstorms. I'll show you where the thunderstorms are now and have your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Thinking I should bring back my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken combos for $6.99? You're in luck. I did. If you weren't thinking that, I bet you are now. My popcorn chicken combos are only $6.99. Get them sauced and loaded for just $1 more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms and kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories. Plus, no interest financing until January 2029. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 2nd.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Fred Meyer app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Hey Lexus, show alternate routes.
The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech forward and tech ready Lexus NX.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further.
Call your friends at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and spend your time doing more important things.
Get 2 of my egg and cheese biscuits with a freshly cracked egg any time of the day for just $4. Yep, that's 2 biscuits for just $4. 2 for $4. 2 for $4. I said it 4 times, because you can get 2 biscuits for $4.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Power flight tornado right here, right in front of us.
Well, powerful tornadoes tore through Oklahoma and other areas, including Iowa, over the weekend. Those storms killing at least 5 people.
Yeah, more than 100 tornadoes were reported in the region, and now families are left to pick up the pieces of what is left of their homes. ABC's Melissa Adon is on the ground in Oklahoma, where people are returning to where their homes and businesses once stood.
Neighborhood after neighborhood decimated across the Midwest after a multi-day tornado outbreak.
Our entire downtown is devastated. It went into our business district, and it took our entire business district.
In Sulphur, Oklahoma, this furniture store destroyed after almost 2 decades in the community.
Devastating. I'm heartbroken. It's our home. It's our love. It's our passion. It's everything.
Bricks, pieces of wood, parts of roofs thrown everywhere. Local officials vowing to come back better than ever.
We're a strong community. We'll be back, I promise you.
At least 4 people killed across the state, including a 4-month-old baby. In Trinity County, Texas, 2 people rushed to the hospital after being rescued from a damaged home.
It's no longer here. It's completely gone.
And in Rosebud, Texas, video shows the moments a potential tornado ripped through the city. In Nebraska, authorities say more than 150 homes were damaged in Douglas County. The National Weather Service office in Omaha issued 48 tornado warnings on Friday alone, the most ever issued in a single day. And severe weather is forecasted for the region once again Tuesday and Wednesday, with large hail, strong winds, and potential tornadoes expected. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Ardmore, Oklahoma.
I got a feel for all of those people in the tornadoes past, and I've said it a lot of times, but I always feel thankful to live here in the Northwest, where at least for the most part, we're pretty insulated from severe weather.
Yes, teeny tiny tornadoes occasionally, and we had some thunderstorms today, but nothing severe. In fact, right now, a beautiful sky over downtown Spokane County Courthouse in the distance there. It almost looks like a Monet painting with those ethereal clouds. Just an absolutely gorgeous sunset coming up at 8 o'clock. But we do still have some thunderstorms, but they are really fizzling out. Here's one we were watching moving through parts of North Idaho, Kootenai County. It has not been producing any cloud to ground lightning here in the past 15 to 20 minutes, but you've heard some rumbles around Cataldo and northeast of Wolf Lodge. As we zoom out, we also had some thunderstorm activity up around the Clark Fork area down through St. Mary's. You still have the potential for some hail, and we have a couple of spots moving through parts of Whitman County. They've just made its way through Endicott and St. John and is making its way east. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. These showers and isolated thunderstorms will be coming to an end very shortly, and then our temperatures are going to be dropping. Frost in many locations Tuesday morning. It is going to be a cool and at times showery day, particularly north of the Spokane area. Then we head into a warmer Wednesday and then more showers in time for the weekend. I'll explain in a moment. Here's our forecast radar. We will be drying out later tonight. As we get into Tuesday morning, the potential for a little bit of mountain snow around the region. Here's Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Mix of sun and clouds on Tuesday. And then right around noon, we'll start to see some mountain showers developing, and that will continue through the afternoon and into the evening. Right now, it looks like we should be staying dry in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but wouldn't rule out a stray shower working its way into the metro area. We have a much better chance of seeing some very cold mornings ahead. Tonight, heading down to 31, 34 Tuesday night, 36 Wednesday night, really anything 36 and below. You want to take precautions with some of your plants. This white line right here is our average overnight low, so it is going to be cool. Another look at temperatures tonight. Down below freezing just about everywhere, or right at freezing. And then high temperatures tomorrow running more than 10 degrees below average, especially cool in Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, Pullman, only in the 40s for highs, only 46 tomorrow in Kellogg. We warm up for Wednesday and Thursday. really just a slight chance of showers Tuesday and Thursday. Otherwise, we're mostly dry the work week. And right now, it looks like we are going to bring in some showers for the weekend. Expo on Saturday, Bloomsday on Sunday. Hopefully, the timing will work out, that it won't interfere with your fun. We'll be working hard on this weekend forecast as it gets closer to time.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, 3 officers killed in a shooting in North Carolina.
At least 5 other officers are hurt and a suspect is dead. What was happening just before this violent scene?
Plus, see-through pants, just one of the complaints coming from the Baseball Players Association about Nike's new uniforms. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Fleet Feet Spokane is a proud sponsor of Bloomsday 2024.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop 170 new Kias in stock with more arriving daily. Take advantage of spring savings and lease a new Kia EV6 light long range all-wheel drive SUV for just $299 a month. Lease a new Kia Sportage Hybrid LX for just $399 a month. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Hello, I'm Todd, president of Pacific Bath. More and more people in the U.S. are wanting to stay in their homes longer after retirement, but many can't because of mobility issues. Those mobility issues are especially dangerous when trying to get in and out of a standard bathtub. Kohler's walk-in bath was engineered with you in mind to help with your independence. With the Kohler walk-in bath, you can avoid the costly assisted living facilities or the expense of a care provider to help you bathe. The Kohler walk-in bath gives you the independence of a safe step-in of only 3 inches, an extra wide door, and easy-to-grip integrated handrails. Our Kohler certified installation team will remove your old bathtub and install the Kohler walk-in bath in just 2 days or less. To learn more, give us a call today and speak with a live person. Ask how you can save with free installation and no interest and no payments for a full year. The real savings is staying in your home with Kohler.
Fleet Feet Spokane is your locally owned resource for all your walking and running needs.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Around the nation, 3 law enforcement officers were shot and killed in Charlotte, North Carolina today, and at least 5 other officers were hurt. Law enforcement was conducting an investigation, trying to serve a warrant at a home in a neighborhood when gunfire rang out. At least one of the suspects involved in the shooting was killed in the front yard of that house. A SWAT team was on the scene as another suspect barricaded himself while firing at officers.
It's estimated that 1 in 5 U.S. adults live with a mental illness, but it may be difficult to recognize when it's time to talk to somebody.
Knowing the signs is the first step to getting help. Dr. Jay Lee with the American Academy of Family Physicians says it's important to share symptoms with your doctor on those regular checkups, whether that's feeling persistently down or hopeless, if you've lost interest in the things that you used to love, or you're having trouble sleeping or experiencing anxiety.
If you're able to name it or give it a name, it's almost less threatening when you have something that you can point to and say, this is what it is that's bothering me.
With a diagnosis, you can get the treatment or help that you need. And a new analysis looks at why so many teenagers deny thoughts of self-harm or suicide before acting on them. The study looked at about 1,700 teens with depression. It shows they are more likely to deny how they feel if they've had an inpatient mental health experience. The likelihood is also higher for those screened in primary care. The Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24 hours a day. Just call or text 988. Still ahead on 4 News Now, brand new stories including why hundreds of thousands of low-income families in Washington and Idaho could soon have to pay more for internet access.
And the Pride Crosswalk in downtown Spokane got a makeover after being the target of vandals last year, why the president of Spokane Pride hopes the new look is here to stay.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino brings you multi-platinum artist Hunter Hayes to Spokane Live Saturday, May 11th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
There's a good feeling we get when we show up for others, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a local nonprofit we care about. And it's not just about the good feels. Volunteering or donating money to support nonprofit organizations helps everyone in the community. When you give what you can, great things happen for everyone. That's what Give Big is all about. On May 7th and 8th, visit wagives.org to discover and donate to nonprofits that are making good things happen in your community and around our state.
It's Coeur d'Alene Casino's Core Stars Entertainment Series. Don't miss Scotty McCreery, one of country music's biggest stars, live Thursday, May 2nd. It's no holds barred entertainment at King of the Cage, featuring upcoming MMA stars on Thursday, June 13th. Tesla's bluesy and soulful sound is still roaring and soaring live Thursday, July 25th. Visit CDACasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Dragons and fairies and gnomes. Minerals and crystals and stones.
Incense and jewelry and beads.
You'll find this and more at Wonders of the World. There's magic inside. Oh my.
A fourth-grade teacher arrested for domestic violence. She violated a restraining order and failed a drug test. After all that, why was she allowed back into a Spokane classroom? While parents say they were left in the dark.
We were dismissed by the school district. No one would respond to our phone calls, our emails.
Natalie Grant investigates.
Do you feel like your child's education has been compromised?
Wednesday only on 4 News Now at 6.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
Well, starting next month, over 400,000 low-income families in Washington and Idaho could soon have to pay more for internet access. Over the last few years, these families have had a portion of their internet bill covered by the federal government.
But that program is set to run out of money on Wednesday unless lawmakers extend it. The program is called the Affordable Connectivity Program, or ACP. The 2021 pandemic-era benefit helps Americans afford internet access, crucial for rural Americans like Cindy Westman, who uses it for telehealth for her daughter, especially when service goes out in her hometown of Eureka, Illinois.
Having that funding allowed me to afford a portable hotspot backup internet that I was using for my daughter.
And it's not just rural areas. Before the ACP, this man had to use the free internet on the subway. He calls his apartment an internet dead zone, which made taking his online classes nearly impossible.
I had to walk out to in the front of the building to be connected to the class.
Now, legislation to extend the program has received bipartisan support, but like so many other things in Washington, D.C., the bill has stalled.
And President Biden has called on Republicans to do more to get the bill brought to a vote. Meanwhile, those who need it most have little faith in lawmakers. Well, prosecutors say the alibi for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students is still too vague. According to Brian Kohberger's lawyers, Kohberger was driving throughout the area south of Pullman, Washington, west of Moscow, Idaho, including Wawai Park on the night of the murders. The state also says Kohberger's lawyers have offered no witnesses who can vouch for Kohberger's whereabouts when the crime was committed. Kohberger is scheduled to be back in court on Thursday.
All right, here's the live look over downtown Spokane. No rain right now, but there are some isolated thunderstorms making their way across the area. Let's send it over to Chris Crocker to see where they're headed.
Well, they are heading to the east, and boy, they have really fizzled out just here in the last half an hour. But you can see since 4:30 this afternoon, we had a number of lightning strikes moving through the panhandle of Idaho, the Sandpoint area, which got some hail, also down on the Palouse, right around the Pullman area. Endicott also seeing some thunderstorm activity, and through the Coeur d'Alene area heading into the central panhandle. But now we're mostly just left with some showers, and those will be tapering off as we get into the evening. Want to show you the intersection of US 2 and Boyer in Sandpoint. First of all, they've got some puddles on the roads and on the side of the roads, but if you look closely next to the sidewalk, you can still see some of the hail or graupel that is left behind after the thunderstorms moved through today. You may have had some graupel at your house too. I know I saw some. Tonight, it's a frost that we are concerned about. Temperatures are going to be dropping well below average. We will be in the lower 30s in many locations. So now is the time, if you've got some pretty flowers out in pots or a hanging basket, to bring it into the garage. May need to stay there for the next couple of nights. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, Eric.
Chris, thank you. Every 68 seconds, someone is sexually assaulted in the United States, according to Rape, Abuse, and Incestion National Network. That's why the Pullman Police Department is creating a sexual assault investigative team. Pullman police say members of the team will be select patrol officers and detectives who are trained to provide assault survivors with compassion while keeping them informed throughout the reporting process. Pullman police say every officer on the team volunteered to be a part of the new program. Downtown Spokane's Pride Crosswalk got a makeover over the weekend. Since it was first painted last summer, it's both deteriorated and has been the target of vandals.
Yeah, and since then, a new Washington law has been put in place that means those vandals could be found guilty of a hate crime. Bronte Sorotsky shares Spokane Pride's hope for this new and improved mural.
Now take a look at this. The Progress Pride flag painted here downtown looks completely brand new, and Spokane Pride is hoping that it can stay this way by Pride weekend.
I think it's important to have symbols like this, whether it's, here or they paint it with some other cultural symbol.
The Progress Pride flag is a redesign of the classic, celebrating diversity throughout the LGBTQ community.
It just means equality and love for all, no matter who you are.
But last fall, vandals decided to cover that symbol with paint and tire marks, something people have already threatened to do to this one.
I'm actually a little worried about what it's going to look like at Pride, especially with all the screeching tire emojis I've been getting on our Facebook post about this.
Last month, Governor Jay Inslee signed a Spokane-inspired bill into law, updating the state's hate crime laws to include any vandalism on public property, meaning if anyone were to get caught vandalizing the crosswalk this time around, they could be charged with a hate crime.
And I definitely reminded some of the people on our Facebook post that this is now considered a hate crime if you deface this.
But Danielson says he doesn't want to focus on the negativity facing Spokane's LGBTQ community. He just wants to celebrate.
I can tell you how I deal with it. We play 80s pop music, and when they show up, we turn it up. And we play Taylor Swift, and we tell them that haters are going to hate, and that's fine.
Instead of focusing on protesters, he wants to create joy in the community.
That's how we win.
This year's Pride Parade will take place on June 8th. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Well, the NFL draft wrapped up over the weekend.
And there are plenty of players from our region that will get a shot at making the final rosters, Alex.
Yeah, only 3 guys heard their name called, but there are a lot more that merited invites and undrafted free agent signings. So coming up in sports, we're going to tell you where all the Idaho Vandals and Washington State Cougars landed across the league and who could be potential teammates.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms and kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories. Plus, no interest financing until January 2029. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 2nd.
Spring is in full bloom at Ritter's with acres of trees, shrubs, and perennials. Greenhouses bursting with flowers for containers and bedding. Exquisite fountains, benches, and sculptures. Experienced experts to help you choose what to grow at your home. And all 3-gallon and larger rhododendrons and azaleas are 25% off. So come up to Ritter's. Ritter's Garden and Gift on North Division.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. Remember how you forget to charge your phone? All good. That heavy right foot of yours? We got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in a studio. It began with you.
Watch me. Watch me skate out to conquer the ice. A band of sisters on blades for the stars and stripes. Sitting down for the battle doesn't limit my game. Fueled by the hope of Olympic flames. Stick work and speed to put shots on goal. Born from medical breakthroughs helping me stay in control. Watch me. World-renowned care for pediatric prosthetics at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
After finishing with a losing record for the second time in 3 years, the Seattle Kraken are parting ways with head coach Dave Hakstol.
Now, Hakstol was hired in June of 2021 as the first head coach in franchise history and led them to a second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs last year. But it wasn't enough to save his job after the team finished 6th in the Pacific Division this year. Alex Crescenti joins us now in studio. And Alex, this firing really doesn't come as a complete shock.
No, not exactly. When you start the season with 4 straight losses and then you have an 8-game losing streak a couple weeks later, and then you finish with less than 100 points for the second time in 3 years, probably not going to be ending well for anyone. Now, the regular season ended almost a couple of weeks ago, but the front office of Seattle wanted to take their time going through their end of the season review, and that included the firing of Hakstol and assistant coach Paul McFarland. Now, while Hakstol finished with a 107 and 112 record with the Kraken, he actually received an extension with the franchise that would have kept him in Seattle through the 2025-2026 season. But at the end of the day, General Manager Ron Francis says this was a necessary step to ensure the team continues to improve and evolve.
You know, we had a real good season last year, went probably better than we expected, and you know, our staff did a good job, and they got rewarded for it. I mean, this season didn't go as well as you know, we had hoped, and then you got to look at things and try and make decisions at the end of the season, and that's where we ended up at this point today.
Now, switching over to college basketball, former Washington State guard Kamani Huwinsu announced today he will be signing with Loyola Chicago during his 2-year season. 2 years in Pullman. Huwinsu played in 69 games and started in 19 of those, averaging more than 4 points and almost 3 rebounds a game. With this announcement, there are still 4 Cougars in the transfer portal. Now, the Gonzaga women have a long way to go to complete their roster as well for next season, but today they took a big step towards filling that out. They received the commitment of UConn transfer Enos Betancourt in 2 seasons in Stores. She played in 53 games, coming off the bench in almost all of those. Now, after a month of anticipation and countless mocks, 257 college football players heard their names called at the last weekend's NFL draft. But even for the hundreds of standout guys that weren't selected, they'll get their chance at making a final roster, and there's no shortage of guys from our region that are going to get their shot. We're going to start with Washington State. They had 3 guys go in the draft, the first being Jaden Hicks in the 4th round to Kansas City. He'll be reunited with former Cougar Jalen Watson in the Chiefs secondary. Then defensive end Brennan Jackson was taken a round later by the Los Angeles Rams, followed by cornerback Shaw Smith-Wade. He's going to Carolina. And then there were a number of players that were signing undrafted free agent deals. Edge rusher R.J. Stone signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. Cam Lankin is going to be with Jackson on the Rams. Wide receiver Lincoln Victor is off to the Mile High City. He is signing with the Broncos. And finally, Spokane native Sam Lockett received a camp invite from Seattle and Kansas City, while linebacker Devin Richardson got an invite from Seattle. Now, as for the Idaho Vandals, they didn't have any players selected in the draft, but a number of guys are going to get their shot in the league. The All-American Hayden Hatton is staying close to home. He signed an undrafted free agent deal with Seattle. His twin brother and long snapper Hogan signed with Detroit. The speedster Jermaine Jackson is headed out to New Orleans after signing with the Saints. And finally, tight end TJ Ivy received an invite to with the Jets rookie camp. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you. Well, baseball season is in full swing, but one major issue that's been affecting players and fans since before the season began still remains.
It all has to do with the players' uniforms. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains what's being done to make them less see-through.
After months of complaints about baseball's new uniforms,
you can see the Nike logo of this guy's spandex under his pants.
Why didn't no one think to test the pants first?
Change is coming. In a memo obtained by ESPN, the Players Association says the league will now remedy the many issues plaguing the jerseys.
The numbers are too small. The lettering is too small.
This makes your game, your sport, look cheap.
Instead of talking about Ohtani and Soto and baseball, we're talking about what the players look like naked.
Complaints have included the size of the names and numbers, mismatching colors, and the uniforms collecting too much sweat. But the biggest complaint?
MLB players are slamming the league's new uniforms because their pants are see-through. Check it out. Yeah. Oh. I get the feeling this year we're going to see a lot more dingers.
In the memo, the Players Association blames Nike, which spent a reported $1 billion to supply the uniforms, writing, at its core, what has happened here is that Nike was innovating something that didn't need to be innovated. Nike not yet commenting overnight. Meanwhile, a uniform change in pro football. The NFL is allowing players to wear so-called guardian caps during games. They've been testing the soft shell covers in training camps. Worn over the helmet, they provide extra padding and have been shown to reduce concussions by nearly 50%. But some fans critical, claiming the caps will take away from the sport's tough guy image.
If you wear this thing on your head, you got no drip, zero swag, it is a hard L. It would be an absolute shock if somebody wore this in an actual game.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Still no word yet on how many players might wear the caps next season.
As for those Major League Baseball uniforms, it won't be a quick fix. It could take until next season to make all of those changes. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Thinking I should bring back my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken combos for $6.99? You're in luck. I did. If you weren't thinking that, I bet you are now. My popcorn chicken combos are only $6.99. Get them sauced and loaded for just $1 more.
Welcome to Doc in the Box.
I'm Faye, the president and lead negotiator at UFCW 3000, the Essential Workers Union.
And I'm Joe, the secretary-treasurer of UFCW 3000, with over 50,000 members.
We believe that essential workers should never have to struggle to meet basic needs or pay the rent. When we come together as a union, we gain the power to deliver to our members not just better wages, but the dignity and respect they deserve.
UFCW 3000. Our goal is building a union that fights to ensure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So for something to do, we got you. Want some tasty food, we got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping, we got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further.
Call your friends at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and spend your time doing more important things.
What's your favorite 4 News Now newsletter? Get all the day's news and a look ahead to tomorrow with the Daily Local. Love weather? Sign up for the Brainstorm and learn about the science of weather with meteorologist Matt Gray. For the sports fan, there's the Playbook with sports director Julian Minensone. Discover stories and insights that go beyond scores. The 4 News Now newsletters. Choose your favorite or sign up for all 3 at KXLY.com. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Introducing the best-rated burger in fast food. My new Smash Jack. A quarter-pound smashed patty with perfectly imperfect edges, melty cheese, and new Boss sauce on a soft brioche bun. Just one bite and you'll have a new favorite burger. Try it today.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
All right, welcome back.
I keep thinking about the hanging baskets in the frost.
Yes.
That visual is working for me, Chris.
I'm feeling kind of smug for not picking up some of those pots. I know my rule and I stuck with it, but really, if you bring them inside, yes, Mother's Day.
Wait till Mother's Day to plant.
Yes, and you can bring those pots and baskets into the garage. It is going to be cold tonight, and we've had a little bit of snow. In fact, it is snowing right now at Lookout Pass. Here's our live situation here. Lookout Pass, it is snowing. At 4th of July Pass, we have some graupel or hail, not sure which, all along the sides of the roads from a passing thunderstorm. Most of the thunderstorm activity was to the north and south of I-90, but they got some wet weather there at the 4th of July Pass, too. Our high temperature today, running below average, and we're going to be even cooler tomorrow. Now, we started the day off at 40 degrees, but 55 the high, 62 is our average high. Sunset coming up in about 8 minutes, and that is going to put an almost immediate end to some of those showers around the region as our sun sets and we lose our daytime heating, and then we cool down into the 30s. Here's our temperature trend over the next 7 days, and we are going to be quite a bit below average tomorrow by more than 10 degrees, getting closer for Wednesday and Thursday, almost there Friday, and then just a hair above average as we're into the weekend, a big weekend with Expo as well as Bloomsday, although right now it doesn't look like it is going to be staying dry, and it doesn't look like that is the trend, that warmer weather. Here's a look at the 8 to 14 day outlook. We're looking into Mother's Day in this outlook, and it's calling for below average temperatures. So if you're planning to plant this weekend, a lot of people do Bloomsday as their first planting day. Might want to keep a close eye on the trend for our overnight lows. We'll be doing that for you as well to make sure that everything is going to be safe. Here's some good news. It's also coming along with above average precipitation. We're not in the deep dark greens, but a little bit of a medium green, indicating a pretty good trend toward some showery weather, which is what we have today. The thunderstorm activity has tapered off. I've not seen any cloud to ground lightning strikes here in the last 20 minutes. We're seeing a little bit of snow over Lookout Pass and some showers moving through the LC Valley. Might still see a little bit of graupel in parts of Whitman County and into Latah County. We're going to be staying dry overnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, little bit of snow in the mountain areas. Otherwise, look for a mix of sun and clouds for Tuesday with the possibility of some showers sneaking into Spokane and Kootenai County briefly, but most of the activity will be to our north with temperatures only in the 40s and 50s. We do warm up, as I showed you. A slight chance of showers Thursday, a better chance of showers this weekend. We'll fine-tune the timing on those showers as we get closer to time. But right now, they're in there, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, here's a live look over downtown Spokane as we head to break. We'll be right back with one last look at that 7-day forecast. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For everyone who's endured the bad seat, finally, sweet, sweet redemption. The Lexus TX. 3-row luxury that treats every seat like the best seat.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Fred Meyer app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Creating healthy meals is hard work, chopping and grating. Just think of all the time it's taking. What you need is NutriSlicer, the super easy way to make nutritious meals every day. Just lock NutriSlicer to your counter to slice, chop, and grate with total control. NutriSlicer makes family-sized chopped salads in no time. Finally, grate cauliflower, your favorite low-fat cheese, and veggies. You can get the complete NutriSlicer system for just $19.99. Order today and we'll even ship your entire order free. You get all this at incredible value. Order now.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop 170 new Kias in stock with more arriving daily. Take advantage of spring savings and lease a new Kia EV6 light long range all-wheel drive SUV for just $299 a month. Lease a new Kia Sportage Hybrid LX for just $399 a month. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, Spokane City Council approved a plan to put a new community safety levy on the ballot. While some say they don't believe families can afford it, supporters are sharing why several agencies will benefit from the $192 million levy. We'll have that tonight on Nightside.
We have some cold nights ahead this week, although tonight will be the coldest. We'll be getting down below freezing, but still pretty hard on your tender plants when you look at temperatures 36 degrees or below. Mostly dry this work week, just a slight chance of showers tomorrow and a slight chance Thursday.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for 70s next week, maybe?
No. You can cross your fingers, but no.